It's prom season. Girls are getting dressed and dolled up along with the young boys so they can attend prom. But what happens when your seamstress that you paid doesn't give you your dress and ruins your prom night? That's what happened to this young lady. Let's get into it. So the person that was supposed to do her dress is Kimstry by Kim. And of course she delivered for some people. And this was the experience that she was expecting.
Wait, did you have a different dress?
I thought so.
Okay. Well, Mom, what's happening?
She ain't got no other dress.
She ain't got no other dress?
No.
I know you didn't know.
Well, go check out the closet. The closet. The fitting room. Yeah.
It's so
You want to put it on?
yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, girl. Look pretty. As you can see, she does great work and she does deliver for some of her clients, but apparently this young lady had a completely different experience. Lady canceled on me a couple of days before prom and said this: I am no longer obligated to complete any parts of your order. If you attempt to defame or harass me or my business further, I will pursue legal remedies to the fullest extent of the law. Sincerely, Kimberly. Owner, Kimstry by Kimberly. Alice Wright said, please, do not let your kid get her dress done at Kimberly Kimstry. We put down around $1,700. Prom is Friday, still no dress. She refused to refund us or give us the dress. She was first saying she had until April 28th deadline. Then she said since I didn't confirm the 28th, we had to do the 29th. Talking about I'm the worst parent because I asked her for a dress fitting before prom. This morning she sent a message talking about we defamed her by saying we didn't have the dress because we don't. She wouldn't let us come to her shop. She wanted us to meet in a public place. We met at the Marriott. She made my daughter delete a comment she posted about still not having her dress. We asked her to see the dress before signing. She refused. She said we are wasting her time and we got up and left. First and foremost, ma'am, if your deadline was April 28th and you was like, oh, you didn't confirm, you making them wait an extra day? Like, come on, bro. You gotta stop being petty. You gotta stop. It's prom season. Parents be busy too. And I understand that she probably have a lot of work to do, but them asking you for a fitting to see if the dress fit or not shouldn't have been no problem. And then on top of that, you asked them to meet at a public place but didn't bring their dress. And if they paid you $1,700 and they asked for incomplete dress, handed it over. Talking about you defamed her character. Did they have a dress? Yay or nay? It's prom today and a lady told me she not making my dress. And she told me no refund, $1,700 down the drain. Edit. Y'all please go watch my story time. Most of the questions are answered here. If you don't deliver the product, you can't say no refund. She said she did not go, which I think sucked because I know it was with short notice, but if she didn't have your prom dress ready, and I know it probably wouldn't be the prom dress that you actually wanted, I think you could have found like a substitute and still went and enjoyed yourself because this was her senior prom. And I think that that's one of the most important events in your senior year. You shouldn't allow somebody to ruin it. After her prom, went down there to the courthouse and filed some paperwork on Kimstry by Kimberly for messing up her prom because that's unacceptable. Story time on how I got scammed out of $1,700 by my prom dress designer. Okay, here's the story time. I tried to make it fit in the 10 minutes. Disclaimer: the deposit was $1,545, $1,545. I was just saying $1,500, but the $100 consultation is $1,645, which is basically $1,700. Then did y'all owe her extra money though? Because you pay the last amount at the end, but that's still a whole bunch of money you be spending on a prom dress.
Okay, so everybody asked about the prom dress, so I'm gonna give you a story time about the prom dress. Okay, one, to even book with her, you need a consultation. A consultation is $100. You have to put a $50 deposit down for it, and then when you get there, you gotta pay her the extra $50. So that means like whatever y'all discuss about this, like let's say whatever y'all discuss, you don't like the prom dress, you still have to pay her that $50. You still gotta pay her $100 for the consultation. Okay, so boom. Okay, so this is the prom dress that I wanted. It was gonna be like emerald green though. So keep in mind this is how the dress is supposed to look. Okay, okay. With that being the prom dress, we discussed fabric, colors, all that. And she told me the price, $2,500. I was like, okay, but the deposit is $1,500 within the 7 days after the consultation fee. And also during the consultation, if you do decide to get the dress, you gotta sign this contract. So this is the like mock-up sketch she did, like of the dress, and it do match the dress. And within the contract, like she put like the payment terms, and if you want to rush order, mind you, it says I don't want to rush order. And at the bottom, it's a social media conduct thing, where basically saying I can't defame her on social media, and that's a big part of this whole situation. Keep in mind that I am 18 at this point, so this contract is valid because I need a parent to sign it because I was 18. Also, within the contract, it says I require 2 fittings at her shop. Keep that in mind too. Also in the contract, it says both parties agree to make a good faith effort to resolve disputes amicably before pursuing legal action. Keep that in mind also. Now, for the refunds in the contract, it literally says exceptions may be made at the sole discretion at the designer in case of extraordinary circumstances. Boom. Okay, as you can see, I had sent her payments the March 17th. And after I had March 20th.
Hey, love, this is her assistant. I will have her check soon. Hey, yes, I received the payment. I'm updating your invoice now. Good morning. When would you like to discuss the fitting? Her assistant, when is your date? Prom date again? May 2nd. Dang, that was just this weekend.
Yeah, she has said she got the payment. She has sent me an invoice, everything. So then March 20th, I asked her to discuss fittings. She asked me when's their prom date. I say May 2nd. She said we're gonna look to the dates. Boom. Didn't reply back. So mind you, April 1st, I text her, hey, did you get the dates? She had said my fabric had just came in, so we're gonna look at the dates. But then I text her again, April 3rd, did you get the bidding dates? No reply back. Text her April 8th, question mark. She said, give her a moment, it's just a lot. Okay, and I get that, it's a lot. Prom season is a lot. So I gave her a grace. Texted her again at April 15th, did you figure out the dates? She told me herself, come in April 23rd at 6 p.m. I agreed to come, and then just 4 hours before, she canceled the appointment. No reason behind it, just say, hey, we need to cancel. Why? Okay, I couldn't got the frame enough, so I'm just gonna say what I said. I said I haven't had at least 1 fitting when I was guaranteed 2 of them. I have been real patient, but my promise next Friday, I already called off work for this. She then said, you're still going to have 2 fittings, love. It will be the first week of May and the second week right before prom.
You got the first week of May when it's May 2nd. Are you go? Ooh, I'm hot because they playing with this young girl. First and foremost, April 23rd is late to me. Her prom was on Friday, May 2nd. Today is May 5th, which is Monday. How you gonna meet with somebody a day before they prom and then talk about some dang on fit? Most people the day before prom is getting their nails and stuff done. Then prom day is busy because they got makeup and hair if it's a girl. She getting all that stuff done. So she should have had her dress on the 23rd to me. The ladies is the 28th when she was supposed to meet with her.
Mind you, it's April 23rd. It is the week before prom. And May 2nd, that's the first week of May. So I'm like, maybe she had my prom dates confused. So then my mother, she texted her and called her. I don't have the messages. They on Facebook though. So then she put me and my mother in a group chat. And as you can see, this group chat got very intense and very long.
Why don't you post the group chat here? Talking about it got intense. If you don't tell the whole story, tell the whole story.
Comes a random assistant named Becca. Now, we already know about her first assistant, Tootie, because Tootie was texting my phone also telling me she had my payments. So we already know about Tootie. We've seen Tootie before. Becca, this is new. I've never heard about Becca, never seen Becca. So she just out of the blue came. Basically, to sum up this long message, she says they gave me an option for the 28th and 29th as a reschedule. Nobody gave me a reschedule at all. Okay, this is the message they sent us. It's a long.
Good evening, ladies. This is Becca, Kim's assistant. I hope you all are having a great weekend. I'm reaching out to ask you all, did you guys decide on a time coming in for Alicia's fitting. To my understanding, Assistant Tootie gave you guys an option April 28th or in April 29th. During your phone conversation on Wednesday, she did mention that you didn't want either days, but instead wanted to cancel. Kim and Assistant Tootie did communicate with you during your phone conversation on Wednesday, April 23rd, that they would need you to submit the cancellation request in writing. We have yet to receive that. I really want to get you guys on books so we can secure your spot in the event that you ladies have changed your mind. I also wanted to mention that the 28th is no longer available. Also, we would need you both to come in prior to the fitting date. The reason being is that you told Kim that Alicia was not being truthful about her age when signing the agreement. You mentioned that she was 17, which, as you know, makes her a minor. This is a legally binding document, so everything has to be legal. In the event that you guys are canceling, we would need you to please submit that in writing. If we don't hear from you by Monday at noon, we will take your non-responsiveness as you canceling your order. Okay, ma'am. So, number one, you was lying about your age. Even if I'm showing grace to Kimberly, April 28th and April 29th, both of those things are very late in the process. It's the week before prom. And y'all twiddling y'all fingers when y'all should have been at her fitting and everything goes.
Long message, so pause to read that. But I'm gonna sum it up. Basically asking if we wanted to cancel, we got to submit a canceling form, and then if we still wanted to continue with the dress, we can't do the 28th no more because it's filled in, so I have to come in the 29th. Keep in mind, the 28th in the contract, it says when my dress is due. Before this whole little group chat, my mother asked her to send her a picture of the dress. She said, if you send us a picture, we'll leave you alone, we'll let you do what you gotta do. She said, I cannot do that. So that led us to believe she didn't have the dress. Mind you, we booked in March 10th. This is April 23rd here. Okay, so we went back and forth by the 28th, 29th. So I just said, we're going to do the 29th. We'll see the 29th. Boom, there was a post made. My mother did. Mind you, my mother did not sign a contract with her. I did. So she cannot say that my mother can't say nothing on social media because my mother do a contract with her. I did.
But it's not legally binding if you was lying about your age. The problem here, if you was 17 when you signed it, it's not a legal contract. You wasn't 18. You signed it. So the person that would have to sign it for it to be legally binding is your mother. And yes, your mother didn't agree to the contract at that particular point, but your mama should have just held her tongue at that particular second till she got there and seen your dress. And when she seen your dress, if it wasn't ready the way it's supposed to, then she could have went ahead and leaned off on Kimberly. Because to me, if you gotta put a defamation in your contract, that means that you have had these problems before, and them people probably was not lying on you.
Everybody had assumed it was Kimberly. My mom didn't say names. People knew it was Kimberly. No one said her name. Boom, another girl who got her prom dress from her before had basically said like, oh, Kimberly the best in the city, also in the third. My friend wanted her post and tell her about my situation. I commented on her post and said, literally promise next week and I don't have a dress. Mind you, Kimberly was under that post that I commented under, so I'm pretty sure she's seen that comment. Y'all, then in the group chat, she told my mother needs to send her a written apology on Facebook, adding highlights and followers. My mother tells her hell no, which she should, because she doesn't need to do apology. You're a running woman.
What's she apologizing for? Does her daughter have her dress? Yay or nay? No. Then that's not defamation. Like, oh my gosh. People are so freaking ignorant. Just because somebody does not like their experience with you does not mean they're defaming your character if the experience is true. Y'all was literally just arguing about dates for this young girl to come pick up her dress. And then you talking about you want an apology. You're not dealing with a child. You dealing with a grown woman. If you can't handle the heat, stay out the kitchen. Maybe you don't need to be on social media during prom season.
So I resend my prom dress. The picture I show, I resend the prom dress. I said, just to make sure we are all on the same playing level. Then she acts confused about the dress, she never seen that dress before. Like, she just acting so confused about, like, she was actually said that we had already sent a consultation. So that would really let us know that she never started this dress. Boom. Okay, a few days before the fitting that we were scheduled to meet on the 29th, she texted me. She sent me screenshots of the post that I commented under. Now, I
ain't gonna lie, right? Book with her. I thought Kimberly was cold at dresses and professional too, but my friend Alicia booked her to her prom, her dress on March 10th and needed it done by May 2nd, and Kimberly didn't even start on her dress yet or even give her money back talking about a contract that's bogus, not gonna lie. Literally, dress not even made and promise next week. Send Miss Melissa a friend request. You'll definitely thank me later. Melissa McCoy. Same thing happened with my sister yesterday. Just happened to another young lady. At this point, she trying to scam. They're beyond unprofessional and bogus. She know exactly what she doing. Now, Miss Assistant, come fix the problem. Can y'all help her look for a dress? Her prom is May 2nd. Yeah, Kimberly, it's not looking good, man. You should have had them fittings done. You should have had that dress done. And for somebody that's paying you, what, $2,400 or $2,500 for a dress, and you playing on a dome is really beyond me. I'd be ticked off if that was my daughter, because I already know, like, I'm putting in this type of money and you playing with my daughter, and this is one of the most important experiences in high school besides graduation. Nah, ain't no freaking way. Y'all might see me on the news and in court, because I'm gonna sue.
Axes me is this me being talking and me being tagged. Mind you, this is my first and last name, so clearly it's me. And second, my mother has the same initials. The second being tagged is not me, that's my mother, Alicia Wright. But boom, I didn't respond. Because it's like, what does it matter? Like, you know it's me. Why do I respond to that? Like, I didn't defame you. Like, it was true. I promised next week, and I don't have a dress. So then a couple days later, Becca texted me and said, hey, are we still on for the fitting on the 29th? I then text back, because mind you, I have been ignoring her about the whole screenshot of the comment. This is very crazy. So this is Kimberly.
Good morning. I saw your post in response on Facebook, which I shared with y'all. Not sure why I'm not getting a response. However, it's clear that I'm being ignored. This is an issue and has to be handled directly and respectfully before a fitting takes place. Writing defamatory things online while your dress isn't even finished is unfair and unnecessary. I'm open to resolving this professionally right now, but if that's not what you want, let me know so I can decide how to proceed best. Kimberly, we are meeting today. You can solve it at noon. If you're seriously about resolving the impact of your public statement that represent me and my business, meet me at Starbucks. Can I proceed with your dress or any part of your process until this matter is fully addressed? See you soon. Ma'am, her dress not done, which is what she said. You didn't finish her dress. It's April 28th. I'm gonna calm down because I'm getting hot. And it's not even my dress. But it's just the idea that you playing with this young lady like that. No, this April 29th. Y'all supposed to meet. The dress was supposed to be done April 28th. And you didn't finish it. And now you talking about a fitting on a day that it was already supposed to be done? Her prom on May 2nd. So you dragging your feet. And then you try to put it on her like she owe you some type of apology and she disrespected you. Some people don't need to be in business. You so busy worrying about what somebody's saying about you on Facebook that you ain't finished this girl's dress. Maybe if you spent that time that you use reading on Facebook comments, working on her dress, you wouldn't be in this predicament. We need to address that. Address what? Her dress not being done? You want to address that? Dress isn't even finished. It's unfair and unnecessary. What? A dress that was supposed to be done on the 28th? Fittings that were supposed to take place before the 28th? That you want to address?
Right here. She said, since I ignore her about the post, we have to meet at a separate time about the post. Mind you, we're already meeting today about the fitting. So as I said, we're meeting today at noon. We can talk about it at noon. So what she tried to do was make me cancel. So she said, no, we have to come to an agreement at Starbucks at Miller Parkway, which is far from me. So I said, no. Mind you, we're already meeting today at noon. Why would we need to meet somewhere else earlier at an earlier time when we're already meeting at noon? That would make sense. Mind you, I have school. So I told her, no, that's not going to happen. So I give her another place at this hotel. We meet there. So mind you, the fitting in the contract, the fitting said I'm supposed to meet at her shop, not the Marriott. So we had to do the fitting at the Marriott. But mind you, we didn't do the fitting. She came in with a whole different contract. This is the new contract she came in. When we're supposed to have a fitting, she wanted to talk about Facebook and social media. During this, I deleted that comment that you had already seen. I deleted the comment. She wanted me to have my mother sign a contract too. Mind you, I'm 18. My mother does not need to sign a contract, so that is dumb. And then at the bottom, it literally says, for me to get my address, me and my mother both have to sign the contract and delete every post we have made. mind you. So
And I would have privatized my page, signed that contract, and then reposted it because it ain't defamatory if it's true. I want to apologize. Kimstry by Kimstry was offended by me telling the world that my prom dress isn't done and I've yet to receive the finished product. I apologize if the truth hurt. And yes, Kimstry by Kimstry asked that I make this post.
When she first walked into the Marriott, her assistant Tootie came from the left, she came from the right. She didn't think we seen that. So when I told her I wasn't signing the contract, first of all, when we actually see the dress before we signed the contract, she wouldn't see the dress. That's because she didn't have the dress ready. All she had was the corset that she said. Mind you, she would let me see the dress. I don't know what she had. Her and her assistant Tootie both drove out in the car, but mind you, she not thinking we seen her come in her car. So we waited outside until she came back to come get her car, which she did like 5 minutes later. Okay, you see all this? She called the police. Okay, boom, she called the police because she wanted to stay in 2D car, but we was waiting outside for her, so she called the police.
She was about to catch that work, huh?
The police had basically said it was a civil matter, but he also did say I have a case on my head and I can win my case. So she sends me this, after the whole situation, she sent me this long message basically saying she's not doing my dress no more. She's canceling everything. No refunds, no nothing. So we're suing her. I summed it up the best I can, y'all, because this is a whole lot, but like that's most of what happened about the dress. So she's more mad about me saying on Facebook that I didn't have a dress than actually doing my dress. Like, had she took the time and stopped arguing with me to do my dress, she would have had the dress done, but she don't have the dress done. So she thinks she's just gonna keep $1,500 out of me and not give me no money back. So we're suing her.
Good. And I hope you post updates because she deserved to be sued because ain't no freaking way. You sitting up there playing with somebody's money. If you do not have any intentions of finishing this person's dress, you should let them know so they can find somebody else that can do it. She was behind on schedule. I know prom season is huge for like dress designers, seamstress, and stuff like that. And so they're probably really busy, especially those that are well known. But at the end of the day, you should be to cover your workload. If you need to hire some people to help you get every single thing done, then that's what you need to do. It's unfair that you take people's money and don't deliver on a product. This is a very important milestone, I would say, for these young ladies and young men. They shouldn't be ruined because you out here being ignorant. You worrying about the truth coming out so much that you can't focus on finishing a young girl's dress. You didn't give her what she paid for, but you expected her to respect what you say. And for any of y'all that like make dresses, how long does it take for y'all to actually complete a dress? As always, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Stay blessed.